We're also following Tuesday's police shooting in Louisiana. New cell phone video shows two Baton Rouge police officers and Alton Sterling fighting before the 37-year-old is shot and killed. We want to warn you, some people are going to find this video graphic. This happened outside of the store Tuesday. Sterling was well known to the area and was selling CDs when police responded to a call about a man with a gun.
Now, hundreds of people have protested and held a vigil outside the store where Sterling died. Family members in the community are demanding answers while the Justice Department investigates. David Begnaud is in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. David.
Let me set the scene for you here outside the convenience store where the shooting happened. These candles on the ground here in honor have marked the spot where Alton Sterling died 48 hours ago. Also, someone painted this mural of his face on the building. This is about the spot where he would stand for years and sell CDs. He had permission to be here. He wasn't loitering or trying to solicit from people. The owner of the store said, sure, as long as you don't cause trouble, you can sell CDs here. I want to bring in the owner, Abdullah Muflahi. Mr. Muflahi, thank you for taking the time to talk to us. I want to run through what happened when the shooting happened. You're inside. It's probably, what, 11:55 at night?
So it was somewhere around that time, close to midnight, somewhere about midnight.
So you hear what that initially leads you to come outside?
I seen that two police officers were pulling up, two cars pulled up to the parking lot. That's when I started walking around, trying to get outside to see why they were out here, what's going on.
All right, so when you come out, there is a car parked right here. Three cars this way across, right?
Yes,
okay.
3 cars.
So what do you first see when you initially walk out?
When I first walk out, I seen the police officers with grabbing Alton and tossing him on the car that was parked in front of them.
All right, so you take out your cell phone and you start recording.
I didn't start recording until they had, until I seen them run and tackle him onto the other vehicle that was over here and then drop to the floor.
Okay, so when you grabbed your cell phone, I would say you were probably, what, 5 feet from what was happening?
Somewhere around there, 3 to 4 feet.
Really close.
Yes,
and it's right here.
I was right next to the door, outside the door over here, and this is where it happened right there. Look.
So would you describe Alton as struggling with the officers?
He just wanted to know what was going on.
What did he say?
Before they tackled him and tasered him, he was asking, what did I do wrong? What's going on? What did I do wrong?
And the officers, how would you describe their tone and their behavior?
They were very aggressive with him from the time they pulled up.
Did you ever see Alton with a gun in his hand?
Not at all.
Okay, so they're on the ground, and there's that moment in the video where an officer yells, he's got a gun. Is that what you heard?
Yes.
Okay, so at that moment, you're obviously recording, and we're playing the video now, but he's got the gun at point-blank range right in front of his chest, right? When the shots are fired, did you see Alton in any way trying to reach into his pocket to grab anything?
No, his hand was in the police officer. Like he was pinned down by the cops. I don't think there was any way that he could have reached for it.
Did you see the officer pull a weapon from Alton's pocket?
Yes, after they shot him.
That happened after the shooting, right? Okay, so the shooting happens, and then the video shows an officer walk up, he reaches into his right pocket, and he pulls out a shiny object. Yeah. It's hard for us to tell what it is, but you're saying that it is a gun?
It is a gun.
Okay, you saw that it was a gun?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So after that, what happened? What was the behavior of the officers right after the shooting?
Oh, they were kind of, I'd say angry, but they came out kind of angry in the beginning.
All right, and I want to kind of end with this question. Everybody's got blame to go around. Somebody's going to blame this, somebody's going to let it. Who do you blame in this situation?
Those officers could have used a whole different way of approaching him, and this would have all never ended up the way it did.
So you think the approach was misguided?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate you talking to us. So, when you walk through the story with the store owner and you hear it as such, remember this was a 911 call. That's how it all started. A call went into 911 of a man at the convenience store with a gun. So they responded. What we haven't been able to see is exactly what the initial interaction was. What did the officers say to Alton Sterling when they arrived on scene? Did they know that he was the person that the 911 caller was talking about? How did they encounter him? We're thinking because of what our sources are telling us, that the body cameras are going to be crucial. But here's what you should know about that. Apparently the body cameras, which were affixed to the uniforms of the officers, actually fell off. In fact, there's one point in the video where you see the officer reach down to pick up the body camera as it's fallen off. Law enforcement sources have told us, even though the body cameras did not capture the shooting directly, the audio is crucial and it is critical to the case. So what they're hoping is that they're going to take these cameras right here, the footage from these cameras, and also the cell phone videos that we've already shown you, and marry that with the audio from the body cameras to build a case.
David Begnaud in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. David, you might have heard Anne-Marie and I talking during your debrief with the store owner. We weren't sure. The question we had amongst each other was, in both videos, do you hear those police officers saying he's got a gun?
Or at least someone said it in the first video.
In both videos, you hear a male voice yell, "He's got a gun." Is it definitely one of the officers? According to the store owner, it was. But all we can say is that it's clear it is a male voice. It's coming from that area, and the store owner, who was an eyewitness, I mean, I'm telling you, he was 5 feet from the shooting. He claims that it was one of the officers. And if you watch the video, he yells, somebody else, "He's got a gun, he's got a gun." And then 7 seconds later, the first 3 shots are fired. And the coroner says Mr. Sterling was shot not only in the chest, but also in the back.
All right, David Begnaud reporting for us in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. David, thank you very much.